Hello, everybody. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the. Hello, Desiree. Hi, Eric. Hello, Jalen. Clerks 93, rising to the top together. Those of you guys don't know, I don't think I've really talked about rising to the top together. Made a video and emailed it to me. It is so cool. It's not funny. Thank you for that. Michael Arturi, good to see you. Hugo Vera, David Moody, the Brace family, back again. How many are in the Brace family? Just curious. Hi, Corey. Tricks to 18, good to see you. Hi, Adrian. Jay Lewis. Average John. Hey, you know what I want to talk to you guys real quick? I didn't want to get heavy on the first video. If you got something going on in your life that's really heavy, tomorrow's going to look better. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? No matter where you're at, it's a snapshot. It's always going to get better. I have a good friend of mine who's like, he's going through something right now. And talking about, if you talk about killing yourself, it's the craziest thing in the whole world. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. If it ever got that bad, I'd move to a different city, call myself Tony, shave this thing off, grow hair, sell insurance. You know what I mean? You don't even talk about offing yourself. That's absurd. So just want to touch base on that. I have an announcement. Oh, some cool stuff to tell you about. My dad's doing better, getting stronger every day. Thank you for asking. Ricky Marks watches the channel a lot. Thank you very much. Appreciate you doing that. Supernatural Lost Adventures. How you doing? Your dad passed away. I'm sorry about that. Thought we were close a week and a half ago. It was kind of a scary time. Henderly 6. Love the show. Thank you for watching. I'm still trying to dethrone the Queen. Yeah. 21st, I think, is our rematch. Anyway, the next live stream. It's not going to be a 25-hour live stream. But get your pens and paper out. The next live stream is going to be Saturday, September 28th, 20 days from today. I haven't decided on the time yet, but that is the day. Now, Junior will be with me. So it'll be our first long. It's not going to be we'll either do a 6-hour, 9-hour, or a 12-hour live stream. But we'll be eating peppers, trying sauces, putting Junior through. It's his initiation, right? I mean, he's part of the family. He is, my son. But this is his initiation into live streams. And, you think you've done a live stream till you've done and then an hour is one thing. It zips by so fast. You do, and the truth is, on a 26-hour live stream, the 25-hour, the first 8 hours, ask Desiree, the first 8 hours are just like that, gone. They're like, that happened fast. But each one is such an experience too. They're all so different. Holy mackerel. The last one between 3 and 6. No, that's not even true. 1 and 3:30 or 4. Got rough. It's definitely difficult. So now some more exciting. I can tell you that Heiko's hot sauce will be one of the sauces that will be. We're going to do we'll be selling some sauce, and doing raffles as well. All right. Heiko's hot sauce will be one of the people, one of the sauce makers showcased. Hurtberry Farm. Hurtberry Farm is going to be one of the sauces that we showcase. And I got a surprise for you. I'm going to have a few sauces from Johnny Scoville Family Reserve. We have finalized the recipes for the 2 sauces. And I mean, we've gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But we've finalized the sauce. So I'm going to have a few bottles of Prototype 1 and Prototype 2. One is a raspberry with Reapers. Absolutely delicious. Really, really good. I had it on pork tenderloin. It was just, the other one is it started off as just a habanero scorpion Reaper sauce. But now it's Junior. Good to see you. It's now a habanero, excuse me, habanero. It's scorpion, mango, and pineapple with some Reapers. So you're gonna like it. I'll probably do one more training video, Anna. Thank you for asking. Johnny Jr., 15 days before the rescue. Now, Johnny Jr., you just came on. Since you're in the house, literally and figuratively, like Scott says. Here's the deal. The 28th, the first Saturday after you move here, we're doing our first live stream. It's going to be either a 6, 9, or 12-hour live stream. I don't think we'll go longer than that. So it's up for discussion. The family is all together. Let's talk about it. But we're going to sell some sauces. There'll be some raffles and some giveaways, and it'll be very, very cool. Heiko's Hot Sauce, thank you so much. We love you. You're one of my favorite sauce makers. Certainly one of my absolute top-tier sauce makers in Canada. In fact, the other top-tier sauce maker in Canada is Drew from Hurtbury Farm, and they also will be a part of it. But, Junior, this is your initiation. So you're going to have to eat a bunch of peppers. So what are you guys thinking? 9 hours is good, he thinks, for the raffle every 3 hours. Appreciate your input, Junior. Let's see what the rest of the family says. 24-hour Halloween special. I don't think we're going to be around for Halloween. We might be, actually, because we're going to I spoke to had a bit of a conflict. I had already told David Foy. I'm reading. David Foy, my partner in the sauce business, he already said yes to an event he was having at Jungle Gyms. First week in October, kind of committed to it. Well, recently the guys from London, Sheena, who I'm training to take the belt back, bring it home for the Scoville squad. She and Paul contacted me, and they asked if I would come to London the same time. So I was like, so I talked to David, and he said, you know what, go there. So Junior, you and I, October 2nd, we'll be flying to London. We'll be in London for 3 days. I think there's a pepper eating contest there. We'll attend, both of us. How cool is that? Johnny Jr. in a pepper eating contest. So we'll be there for 3 days. Then we're going to split. We'll go to Belgium for 3 days, which is really exciting for the big Belgium pepper festivals. We're very, very excited about that. We'll be there for 3 days. And we're going to come back to London, I think, for 2 more. And then we're going to Newcastle for like a week. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I think we're going to be back. We will be back in time for a Halloween. But here's the deal. I wouldn't do a Halloween special unless I was doing it at Casa CTH. Desiree's place. That's our command center. When you do a 25-hour, 26-hour live stream, Junior will be there, obviously, but the long ones we'll do it at Desiree's place. We could maybe work that out. I don't know. We'll have to see. I smell surströmming all of a sudden. Oh, it's terrible. I'm smelling surströmming in my backyard. It was a long time ago. I will be in Belgium in October. You're going to be there too. You got to be joking me. Heiko, you're going to be there. That's insane. Nuff. Is Nuff here? Nuff. Watch Nuff tackle the Chilli Cherry Nightmare. Oh, you're not. I wish you were going to be there. From New Zealand, hello. Good to see you again. We'll be there in March. So looking forward to that. Junior's going to jump out of an airplane. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be fun. Says he's going to eat a pepper on his first skydive. I know he can do it. Gracie Lynn, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, you will be there. You're not joking. You're one of the exhibitors. That's insane. See what a small world peppers are? I've got pictures of me with Neil Smith in Australia, pictures of me with Neil Smith in New Zealand. I have pictures of me and Brianna Skinner in New Zealand, in Australia, pictures of me with her in America. Going to London. I'm going to meet you in New York, Hago. Now I'm going to see you in Belgium. That's crazy. Really can't wait. That's going to be fun. Let's see, you guys. If you haven't seen Main Event Pong, it's a really. If you love Nuff, you're gonna. If you like Nuff, you're gonna love the channel. It's really a great channel. You gotta check it out. Just like that. Hey there. I like the fact that you're a chili that actually live streams. Have you heard of Ed Curry's new pepper? Yeah. Do you think you'll try one soon? I've heard there's one hotter than the Carolina Reaper. There are a lot hotter than the Carolina Reaper, actually. And thank you for the question, just like that. Dustin Ordorf, thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, the hottest pepper I've ever eaten, which was significantly hotter than any Reaper I've ever eaten, was very recent. Grown by Jimmy Pickles. It was a Primo Tali, 7-pot Primo cross with a Fatali jigsaw. And it was brutal hot, like just so much hotter. I mean, like really, really noticeably. Nothing else came close. In fact, recently, David Rose reviewed it. He said the same thing. It has a violent, hideous, glorious burn. Oh, it comes hard and it comes at you. It hangs like a ghost pepper. It stays with you, but it's violent. Got to get a 7. You got to get that pod, man. If you haven't seen the video, David Rose, go watch that. But that's the hottest pod I've ever eaten. Haven't had his Pepper X yet, but I will at some point. He does have secret peppers. I'm not sure about. I'm sure he has peppers hotter than the Reapers. When we were at the pepper contest in South Carolina, I think the Reaper was round 4. Wasn't Reaper round 4? And everything after that were strange crosses that nobody knew of. That he had made up the names that morning. Like Peaches and Scream. They made up the name for that pepper that morning. He may have a real pepper in mind, but just for that contest, they came up with that name. So, easy, Junior. Turning this into a football thread. How old were I when I made that video? I'm not sure which video you're talking about. Finally cut a live stream. James Silcox. Man, I'll tell you what, ironically, Rising to the Top was just commenting, when is James Silcox going to join us? Finally, he got here, man. Thanks for, I'm just kidding, but thanks for hanging out with us. Cowboys did win. See, do I have a lot of stomach problems? I don't have any stomach problems, ever. I don't even know what heartburn feels like. Like I know what it feels like to burn because I'm eating something hot, but to sit there and like eat a hot dog or a normal meal somewhere and all of a sudden burn for no reason, nah, I've never heard that. Never felt like that before in my life. I've never had any stomach problems either. It's all nonsense. I think they're so healthy for you. The tincture video, Junior, if that's the one, that was Christmas time this past year. You were probably 18, right? Just turned 18. That was a good video. No, Brett. Thank you for saying that. Not at all. Just a chili head. Hold on. What is this? 7 bullets, 420. I can't believe Mother speaks to this man when he drank pure capsaicin filled into a pepper. Thunder and lightning. Applause. This man's captures. That was a pretty. You know what? It's a pretty cool part of the video. I like that. If you haven't seen that, it's the what video was that? Oh, it's titled "As Close to Panic Mode as You're Going to See Me" or something like that. Type in panic mode, you'll find it. But right as twice at perfect times, almost like somebody was like in the background saying, "Cue the thunder." It's like just as I ate the pod, it would some giant thunderclap, and it's sort of a crazy thing because I live in the desert where it doesn't do that very often. 7-pot Primo. Hotter than any bootla that I've had. I wouldn't say that. I've had some chocolate bootlas that were hotter than a lot of 7-pot Primos. I've also had 7-pot Primos that were hotter than some bootlas I've had. But just a regular bootload, 7 pots are going to be hotter. Let's see. That was the first time I've seen you turn around. You know what's really funny? It used to happen more back in the day. If you look back at old videos, like years ago, I would eat something and you see veins like start to appear in my head and like pulsate, and my head would change color like 3 or 4 times. It's pretty funny. Johnny, will you be challenging Junior with your gusher? We'll have some fun. But, you gotta have. There are so many amazing opportunities and possibilities that we can do with him joining the channel. It's gonna be fun. I don't ever want him to get hurt, but this is what we do. It's part of the deal. Yeah, chocolate brulas are generally monsters. Scott Michael said they're about as hot. It's really a weird thing too, because I think chocolate pods. You can get a chocolate pod that's only 800 Scoville heat units, and it's gonna burn. To me anyway, it burns me more than like a Reaper will at 1.5 million. There's something about just really, really. There's something about I don't know if it's the oils. Maybe you can tell me, Scott. The oils in the chocolate bulas, if they're just different or what, but. Chocolate bulas are a sinister pepper. I ate a whole bunch of them in one video. If you haven't seen this one, you go check this one out. It was really kind of funny. It only has like 3,000 views, so nobody really has seen it. Go to the search bar on our page here and type in Screaming Eagle Chocolate Challenge, or just type in Screaming Eagle and it'll find it. But I ate 21. Originally was the Screaming Eagle Challenge was something that Ted Barris came up with. It was to honor a military squadron, the Screaming Eagles. He had to eat 21 ghost peppers. So he tried, I think he did 21. And then LA Beast, or Chili Beast, Jason Riley, he did 21 super hots, but they were mixed. They weren't all Reapers, but they were super hots. So I figured I'd one up it. So I did 21 chocolate super hots. And I think the weakest was like a chocolate ghost. So there was only a couple of them. Most of them were like chocolate Reapers, chocolate scorpions, chocolate 7 pots, chocolate bulas, BBMs. It was awful. Oh. Let's see. I searched for the primatale. The one he says hotter than Canada pyramid. Oh, you're not gonna find it. You're not gonna find it. If you spell it right, you may be able to find it. It hasn't been rated yet. I'm just telling you, it is absolutely the hottest pepper I've ever eaten. Primatale. It's a Primotali. Primatale. I believe that's how you would spell that. I think I've said 10. Didn't I say 10 a couple times? I think I said 10 on the 3 tubes of terror, or no, it wasn't that. Here's the deal. Anytime I say 9.9, you guys get it, right? I'm just that stubborn guy who doesn't want to say 10. Anytime I say 9.9, well, no, here's the problem. Even when I'm at a 9.9, I'm just that kind of personality where I could always take just a little bit more. I'm trying to think if I've ever. No, that's not true. When you do like the plutonium videos, as soon as I was done swallowing it, I couldn't swallow anymore. It was just ridiculous. So those are. The queen is a beast. She definitely is. She's a sweetheart too. She's a very, very nice person. Looking forward to seeing her again because she has these kittens. When I was there last time, I was there a couple months ago. She has these 2 different kittens, or she has like 7 kittens there, but 2 of them are mommies and just had a litter. So, and they have in different times, like 2 weeks apart. And in kitten age, 2 weeks is a lot, So on one side, they have these little ones that are in a box. They can't even get out of the box yet. And over here, you got some that they're climbing out of their box and exploring. But they didn't like, the kittens like each other, but the moms don't like each other. The moms don't like each other's kittens. It's kind of hilarious. But right at the end of the trip, one of the mothers, I got a picture of it. The mother from the one, she's a little more nasty, it seems to me. Maybe I'm wrong. She seemed to be a little bit more aggressive. She picked up one of the kittens of the other ones, brought it over, jumped in the thing, and nursed like a bunch of the kittens, a mixed group of kittens. I thought that was really cool. It was a cool thing to see. I did the whole plutonium twice. Yeah. I'll give you that recommendation is not to do the plutonium. Here's the deal about the plutonium. All of those, I've written off doing extract challenges. All of those products, while they taste like poison on their own, they have their place. If you utilize them properly, you can add great heat to to something and not not alter the flavor too much. But if you go one step over the line, you're done. It's Zebedee on my back, aka ACM. Great show again. P.S. You have lovely eyes. Thank you for saying that. I'm squinting because of the sun. You can't even see them. Thank you for saying that, though. It's funny. My eyes on my license and my passport, it says blue. But if you look at it, they're more like slate or like denim. It's kind of a weird blue. I haven't done a Pepper X because Dwayne Martin, because it hasn't been offered to him yet. He has not released it yet. If he does, I will do it. He's a friend of mine, so I've talked to him about it in 3 or 4 different states. Every time we get together, we talk about it. He's going to let me do it when we get a chance. So nobody's released it yet. My eyes are cool too. Junior, you're going to be dangerous doing this. Be nice. Yeah, Pepper X hasn't been released yet. Pepper X is in sauces like Gator, and you'll find Pepper X in several sauces, but it's just in sauces. And you also get some powder, but you cannot get that was not me blushing. Only peppers make me blush. Mikey V salsa, yeah, boy. I haven't had the hatch yet. All my exes, all their sauces are really, really good. You know what? That's like, to me, that's exotic. That's gourmet salsa right there. Love Mikey V. Louisiana Creeper. Oh, I'm positive that's in the works. Listen, Troy was one of the guys in one of the sauce makers that we showcased in the last video, as was Mikey V's. But yeah, he's definitely working on it. That's too hot a pepper just to give up on. And here's the thing: you want to make sure a pod is stabilized, meaning you've gone through 8 seasons before you start selling any seeds, because then inevitably somebody will throw a strange phenotype, rename it, and that's kind of how things happen. So people usually want to wait till you got 8 good seasons under your belt. When this is a new phenotype, which means it's the one I ate, actually. The one I ate was a new phenotype. If this was the new one, a brand new phenotype, it would be 8 seasons before you had a plant where every one of the pods looked just like this. If you see a plant that's stabilized when it's throwing pods, when it's, the fruit, he's producing fruit, you'll look at it and every single one of the pods looks identical. It's a stabilized plant. The 7-pod Primo is a very stable plant. It's because Troy Primo made it that way. So if he's still working on the Creeper, he's just stabilizing it, I'm pretty sure. I'm glad it's a family show too. It's cool because I want the family to grow, and it's not the family 18 and over to grow. I want kids are the future. I got into peppers. I got into heat. I got into heat when I was little. I was young. I was younger than Junior. So I want, kids like it. It's a healthy thing. It's a good thing. The community is full of them, the nicest, kindest, most wonderful people. So, and they're healthy food. They speed up your metabolism. They boost your immune system. So many wonderful things about peppers. Yes. Look at that. The research supports capsaicin being protective against ulcers. Not only that, they're using some cutting edge research with cancer research, which is also very cool. They are mixing. I have some CBD. Jay Turner made some CBD maple syrup. I have some that I'm going to review. Yeah, Jeremy Marsh. That was a rough challenge. You know why it was such a rough challenge? I want to do a hard one. Almost every one of those pods was super floral. That was a Scott Michael plate of paradise. Those are the most floral. Oh, man. Love that floral, Scott Michael. Give me that perfume. if somebody's going to come up with a way to eliminate that flavor, I don't know what it is that causes it. It's weird though, because I've had pods from the same plant. One's crazy floral, one's not. It's the strangest thing. If you could somehow isolate it and figure out what it is, then you can make the Scott Michael special and the normal people pepper. Since Scott likes those, I hope floral never. No, we could do a special Scott Michael pepper. The crazy floral Scott Michael stuff. I don't know what causes the floral aspect of pods, Dwayne Martin. Couldn't tell you. A great chili eating competition would be a stage full of popular top subscriptions YouTubers for charity and cross-channel promotions. Kind of had that in South Carolina. I have a channel. Brianna Skinner has a channel. You got Nick and Jay Pepper Show. You got Mike, Canada. You had a lot. Most people that were on the stage were, I was there. So most people on the stage had a pepper channel. But the truth is, that was done for a documentary that's going to be aired in 2020. And it wasn't done for the purpose of supporting other channels. I'm subscribers of so many pepper channels, it's not funny. Gracie Lynn. Thank you, girl. My PE situation with all this traveling, my friend. Exciting to see Junior coming in. Thank you so much. He's excited too. My PE, for those of you that don't know, a PE is a pulmonary embolism. My first trip to the Philippines, I got stuck. Usually I always fly. Desiree Donovan is awesome. She's amazing, and does all my travel, make sure I get an aisle seat. If I'm on an aisle seat, it may as well be business. I'm fine. I can't be in the middle. I just can't. I can't handle it. I can't handle it on an hour-long flight, but I really can't handle it on a 16-hour flight. So I was just like dying, and I didn't move for 16 hours. And I had acute bipulmonary embolisms, one in each lung. Sort of a drag. They hurt so bad. On top of that, I had a kidney stone at the same time, which just compounded the whole thing. So I went to the hospital 2 days in a row. Junior knows. Desiree knows. I don't go to the hospital unless a bone is sticking out. I thought I was dying. I kid you not. I thought I was straight dying. Steve Stevens, Jr., your dad's a living legend of pods. Nah, just a chili head. Come on. It is what it is. I eat chilies. Yeah, man, I hope to see some reviews with my dad soon too. He's got some strength to go. He's got a ways to go, but he knows his heart's here. It's the truth. I have Scott. My dad had pneumonia, and pneumonia is a drag if you're 30. It's a real drag if you're 40. It's problematic if you're 50. It's the older you get, the scarier it is. My dad's 82. So he was in the hospital for a while, and now he's out and just regaining his strength. So, Lou Wall, hello there. So good to see you. I think I've had it when I was young. I had it. When you're young, though, you can, bones do stick out. And when you're young, you're like, pop it back in, rub some dirt on it. I'll be fine. When you're young, things are different. When you get older, you pull a muscle getting out of bed the wrong way. It's funny, but not really that funny. Thank you, David Moody. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. My dad is a fighter, rising to the top together. He's a beast. He is that guy's a legend. I kid you not. No doubt about it. Ever been I'm not gonna answer that. No, I've never been constipated with pods in my, I haven't been able to get rid of. It's okay. I don't think he understood how to say it. I think English is his second language. He probably did better than I could have in his. To answer that, I've never had a problem. I don't get constipated from pods. That's not something that happens to me. Thank goodness. It did happen to me last night, though. From all the pods I ate yesterday, and this only happened. It's the second time it's ever happened to me. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like laying in bed. This wave of calf cramps at 4 o'clock out of nowhere. The first wave wasn't bad enough to really wake me up. I was like, oh God, what is that? I rolled over. I was like, oh, it went away. I lay there, and like 20 minutes later, it came back again. I was just like, oh my gosh. I was in the bathroom for 20 minutes, and I was fine. I slept until 7. You should go. It's gonna be a fun time, Jeremy. Looking forward to it. That's exactly it, Scott. I'm an average person who does abnormal things. Man, that's it. Because I struggle with that. You guys think I'm a legend and I'm something I'm not. I'm just a chili head, man. I am. I'm a normal guy. Just like he said, I'm a normal guy that does abnormal stuff. Going to South Island, New Zealand in March, time permitting. I think that's where the skydive center is. So I believe we will. I hope so. Can't wait. It's going to be fun. Really had a good time the first time in New Zealand. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country. He's still a legend. My dad still is. You got that right. I'd love to go see you. You're so cool. And thank you, Dwayne, for saying that. I appreciate that. It's a nice thing to say. Lord Cogness, good to see you. Pods have been giving me some vicious cap cramps lately. No issues, just caps. Makes me a grumpy panda. Yeah, man. Listen, the amazing thing about cap cramps, this is the best thing about cap cramps. And anybody who's sitting here at this of 75 people, everybody who has is going to laugh out loud and go, oh, he's right. The best thing about cap cramps is when they stop. Oh, that last wave where you're like dying, you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then that last wave goes away, you're like, oh, I hope that's the last one. And then you're waiting just about the time where you expect another wave to come and it doesn't. And you're like, oh, I've had some that were so bad. See, that's the part that I'm not a big aftermath guy. I'm not gonna show you videos of me like on the floor. First of all, it doesn't happen too often. And I don't want to scare people away from the chilies. I want to draw people to them. But there have been some times, Junior remembers them. There were remember Junior, some of the early ones way back when I first started the channel? There were some really rough ones. Jason wants to visit Reno. Reno, I don't know. Here's the deal about Reno. If you want to gamble, I suppose you can come here. I'm not a gambler. I love the weather. Weather's fantastic. Oh, you know what I did? I don't know if you can hear this. I'm going to try this. See if you guys can hear this. Last night, I always talk about the coyotes that you can hear howling and chasing stuff down. Tell me if you guys can hear this. I hope this isn't a total bomb. Listen to this. Where's the microphone on this thing? I wonder. I don't know. These are the coyotes in a pack. Can you guys hear that? Are you guys able to hear that or not? You guys can hear that. Then listen to this one. That was the first one. I did it one more time. The second time I did it, they do it for, hold on. This is a 9-second video. Listen to this. They're chasing something down and they caught it. And that's what they're hunting in a pack. But they bark for a minute and then it just absolutely stops. Listen to this. I'll wait till the car goes by. Like almost on cue, all of these coyotes just stop in unison at the exact same time. Listen. And it just stops. Strangest thing. It was weird because I always think, oh, I wish they could hear that. I wish people could hear that. I live in Reno. I'm not even sure exactly what part of Reno, but I live in Reno. And as far as like northeast or whatever, but right behind us, we live at the base of like a mountain ridge. But every night, man, you can hear them. Sometimes you hear the like that, like the classic howl, but then you hear that. That's hunting. They're eating something. And the funny thing is, like they're normal wild animals have a chance around here, because they grow up with that. They're like always every day is the jungle. Everything wants to eat you and you need to eat something. Imagine that. But that's every day. So the wild animals have a better shot at it. What you have trouble with is when somebody leaves, their pet doesn't get in. And they think their dog's in the house and it's not, or their cat, and the lights it gets dark. When those things go in packs, if you're a domesticated, like a house dog, dog or a cat, you don't have a chance. What's my favorite pepper to grow? I've never grown just like that. I'd like to at some point. Just work too. We travel too much. I'm never around long enough to. I don't think I could really do that. That's funny. Noel Ebert. LOL. The coyote bites Johnny. Immediately looks for water in the desert. Got a friend who has a pool, and he has pictures of coyotes drinking out of his pool. We could just, they can't do that. Love you, Junior. Get ready for that live stream, man. Some crazy stuff coming your way. Talk to you later. Yeah, I've had, before I stopped drinking Clerks 93, I had some spicy beers. In fact, I did a review of one on the channel. Mwah. We got it. But when I was in, check this out, Desiree. We were at Ravenswood. She's gonna go, wow, I can't believe you remembered that. We were at Ravenswood, Perth, and they made a beer just for the occasion of me being there. It was a habanero beer, and it tasted pretty good. It actually had some kick to it. Still on. All right. Alan says, I'm out. Gotta get some more chicken jalapeno fritters dipped in Moore's habanero hot sauce. Sounds yummy. Enjoy. Do I typically have calf cramps after each chili competition? All right. We'll talk about the unsavory part of chili competitions. Okay. Right before I did this video, I ate one of these. Now, somebody who's not used to peppers would already be having a really bad night. I ate it about 45 minutes ago. That won't hurt one pepper won't hurt my stomach. If you do a pepper contest where there's 15 rounds of peppers, 2 pods per round, and you've eaten like 20 or 30 peppers, there's no passing those. There's no passing those through your system. Good night, Desiree. I'll talk to you later. So what typically happens after a massive, like a real serious chili contest, is that everybody evacuates. I can't eat anything before a contest like that because whatever food I put in my stomach is taking up space that a pepper needs to take, which makes it harder on the stomach, but gives me, I can't seem to hold as much in my stomach as some of these other people, like Dustin. We did that contest in South Carolina. It's like literally an hour before the contest, and Dustin's like in this place. I'm with Jeremy, Jeremy, Brittany Skinner was there. Who else? There's a bunch of people there, but I'm like, Jeremy's like eating something. He's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I had 5 French fries and like a sip of Diet Coke." I mean, I didn't eat anything. He's eating a pork sandwich. I don't mean like a pork sandwich. I mean a pork sandwich. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He said, I'm having lunch. And he's like munching down it. I'm like, man, you're in a pepper contest in an hour. He's like, oh, I know. Guy's broken. Yeah, Dustin, here's the weird thing. With the rules of League of Fire, doesn't matter how many peppers you can eat. It's how fast you can eat those last 6 peppers. That's the thing. I mean, everybody's going to get to round 10. I mean, I got to round 10. Everybody's going to get to the 10th round. Very few people at the level that we're eating, very few people are going to tap out before the 10th round. But then that last round is a Tupperware bucket full of super hots. And so that's really what it comes down to. And she's really fast. I'm hoping she has listen, I love her. She's a friend of mine. I stayed in her home, for goodness sake, the last time I was there with her and her husband. They're just wonderful people. They're good friends of mine, but I want to beat her silly. What I want to have happen is, in a perfect world, I'd eat the last peppers faster than she does. But I just want her to like tap out in the 8th round. Everybody has an off day sometimes. but I gotta just beat her in the end. And the speed. I did an hour, or what did it take me? Yesterday I ate 6 peppers and I erased it. I remember it was like a minute, under 2 minutes. Yeah, she's lost a contest left. Contest left eye, Pat. She has lost 1 thus far. Yeah, it was a ridiculous burger he ate, Jeremy. Good night, Real Mahoney. Good to see you. Thanks for everything. Thanks for hanging with us. Guys, you've gone for 40 minutes. We still have a bunch of people on. We'll do question answer for a little bit longer. We got Junior bailing on us. Have you ever thought of what I would do when I hit 100,000 subscribers? Because you're going to hit that mark for sure. Yep, I've already got the 100,000 family member challenge planned for Junior and I. It is epic. And it really is cool. It's about as cool as it gets. And I cannot wait to make this video. So we have planned on that. Excuse me. Shane, thank you. It was 1:52, something like that. Joshua Cohen, looking forward to meeting you in Largo. Yeah. Anybody's coming in Largo, please come out and see me. I'll be at the Steak and Lube. Quaker Steak and Lube. Love the name of that. Quaker Steak and Lube. It's at 10,449th Street, North Clearwater. Please come out and see us. Nick Barnes, I missed you, man. I'm sorry I missed you all in Oregon. That was a heartbreaker. Dustins making, I lost you. Making homemade tomato basil soup with grilled cheese. One of my favorites. That's comfort food, man. Any hints on the first video my son and I will do? I'm not sure. Good question. No, I know that. No, I'm really not sure. I'm interested in the first challenge we do together. That's going to be interesting because, I remember those days. This will be a very interesting year for him. Here, I hope he doesn't get sick of it and just go, you know what? This isn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be. I don't want to do it anymore, Dad. That would be like a real bummer because it's fun, but we'll see. I'm going to take him all over the world. He's going to see some cool places. I mean, before the end of February, he's going to go to 4 or 5 different countries. So we'll have a pretty good first 6 months. Randy Keaton's Death Naga is a great pepper. It's hot as can be. Just super hot chinense flavored, crazy burn. I've ever had Gringo Bandito on eggs for breakfast. It's amazing. Noel Ebert, funny you asked that. I got emailed from the people from Gringo Bandito just 2 days ago or 3 days ago. They emailed me and said, Johnny, will you do a review of our sauces? I went, would I? I said, sure. So I already did a few. I did their green and red, and they said, you haven't done our hot, not the brand new one. I said, I'm intrigued. I said, give me your address. I said, there it is. Really cool dude. He said, it's on its way. He goes, I can't believe you ate 10 peppers jumping out of that airplane. It's kind of cool that he saw that. So that was kind of neat. So I will be doing the rest of their 4 sauces. I will be doing the rest of their sauces in their lineup shortly. Speed rounds are a drag. Extract them. The last thing we need are extracts and tinctures at the end of a chili contest. Not my thing. Usually they have something like, where was I? New Zealand. They had a slice of pizza, and all the sauce was just super hot tomato sauce, hot peppers on top. Hey, making a video here. You hear the birds? It's like they know I'm doing this. Anyhow, but that was a great round. The documentary is coming out in 2020. I can't tell you what month. I'll tell you what, it's not January, February, or March. I'll tell you that. I'll say no more. That was not my first jump. I made my first jump like long time ago. Junior wasn't born yet. I was married to his mom. I don't think we even had any children yet. So the first one was a long time. The first skydive I made for the channel was my second skydive. See, now the birds are done. They came over here just to do that. It's crazy. I agree, Scott. I think if you're going to do a chili contest about eating peppers, it should just be round for round until somebody says I can't do another round. That should be the way it is. You know what I mean? Everybody holds up their pepper. When you're done, you'll hold up the stem, and you're like, I'm finished. And the person that goes, I can't do it. That the last one standing. That's the way it ought to be. But everybody has their different rules, and I can't whine about them. I can't cry. It's like me going to the UFC and saying, well, I don't want to get taken to the ground. I'm better at stand up. Well, the ground game's part of it. Well, speed's part of it. I just gotta get better at it. So I'll get better at it. I'll work at it. Did a training run yesterday, so that was kind of good. The Brace family, good night. Glad you had that chance to hop on. Thank you. You're subscribed. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You have a great night. Thank you for the Brace family for being here. Do I always eat spicy? Do you sometimes eat regular food without heat? Do you always eat spicy, or do you sometimes eat regular food without heat? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. No, I put hot stuff on everything. To me, food without heat is just it's just fuel for your tank. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's Dexter Holland's company from The Offspring. Love the dude. Underrated. You'd have a better chance at the UFC than beating you in a chili contest. Oh, nonsense. No, you know why? Because look at the UK chili queen. Hey, Paul, good to see you. The UK chili queen. She's a pencil. She's like this big around. And I don't know where she puts all those peppers. It's crazy. I'm gonna see you put no sauce in food. Nah, I don't get it. Listen, you know what? I'm really cool about not. The very, very first time I ever got like high on capsaicin, I was in a restaurant. I poured too much chili flakes on my piece of pizza. My dad goes, Johnny, what are you gonna eat that, right? You can't throw that out. And I was like, I would never comment on how somebody was going to eat their food. I couldn't believe he was saying something about how I was going to eat mine. I'm like, I'm not asking you to eat it. I'm eating it. So I never give anybody a hard time about the things they eat. I don't know. I just don't want anybody to give me a hard time about the things I eat. Listen, if you're a real chili head, there's nobody in the window. I'm here alone. If you're a real chili head, you always have people looking down their nose at you for putting sauce on something or being excited about a hot sauce or peppers. They're always doing that. I just want to be. That's why I love you. I love you because you don't do that to me. You guys don't look down your nose at me like I'm some sort of a freak. I know I'm a freak, but you guys are cool about it. Thank you, Rising to the Top together. You're very cool. I appreciate it. You smashed it a million times. People like you. Thank you, Steve Stevens. You guys are awesome, man. Let's see here. Yeah, Left Eye Pat says, "Is that Papa Scoville in the window?" There's nobody. I'm here alone, so nobody here but me. Just ordered your tube of terror. Wife, Larry Watson. Thank you. Be careful. Hot pepper, hot peanut, hot, hot, hot. Ooh, by the way, there's so many cool things. Oh, it's hard for me to keep a secret. I suck at keeping a secret. It's so true. There's the secret of when the video is coming out, the documentary. There's all kinds of secrets I can't even talk about. Oh yeah, I think powder on sushi is a must. In fact, I would never put hot sauce on sushi. The only hot sauce I've ever put on sushi was Booty Black from Fire Dragon Chilies. But other than that, powder's way better on sushi. I totally believe that. Nick Barnes, shut up, dude. Yeah, call me. You have my number. Let's call tomorrow. I'm free all day. Let's talk tomorrow. So my sauces are great. Left Eye Pat, we have finalized, and I mean finalized, The sauces. We have two. One is a raspberry Reaper sauce. One is a mango pineapple Reaper scorpion sauce. Both are going to be medium in heat and legitimate, honest to goodness medium. Medium for somebody on the chili path. A non-chili, I would say it's not a medium. For a non-chili, it's going to be hot, really hot. But it's going to have an honest label. It's going to have an honest scale on there. I hate sauces that aren't truthful with their scale rate, their heat scale. But also on the 28th, Left Eye Pat, we're doing a live stream. The first one that Johnny Jr. will be with me the whole time. It's either going to be 6, 9, or 12 hours. I haven't decided. We're going to have bunch of sauce companies will do raffles and sell some sauces, but I'm going to have several bottles of sauce of mine from the Johnny Scoville family reserve line. When I say limited number, they'll sell. If I just put them, if I offer them up right now, they'd sell out in 2 minutes. When I say it's a limited number, it's a limited number. So I'm going to have a limited number of Prototype 1. I haven't come up with names yet. I have to decide. It's responsibility. It's crazy. It's like naming a kid. So we're going to call one Prototype 1, one Prototype 2. Prototype 1 will probably be the raspberry. Prototype 2 will be the mango pineapple. Look at everything I want when I want one. That's what I mean. They're going to go by so fast. So what bases are used in sauces? Vinegar, maybe some alcohol. Think of making my own. Want a non-vinegar based sauce. Vinegar is great. I like vinegar sauces. You know, vinegar is going to be in most sauces, whether it's vinegar forward, vinegar based or not. You know, I think it's good because I like the flavor and it's a good preservative. But you know, you certainly don't have to use. You can do fruit-based sauces. There's a lot of other things you can do. Noel Ebert, the sauces are really, really good. I'm super proud of them. Yeah, citrus. Scott's right. Citrus can act as a preservative. Fermented habanero red chili garlic made by Left Eye Pat. Got 4 more stars today. Scorpion garlic, pineapple, habanero peach hob, and kiwi hob. Left Eye Pat, sounds like you have a problem, man. You're among friends. You're among family. It's okay. We're like you. I don't have a problem. I can quit anytime. Johnny, let's see, Johnny. If the only one in the house, and someone said, "Who's in the window?" I would freak. Let me tell you something, somebody's in the house, I feel bad for them. No kidding. I'm good. Seriously, if somebody's in my house, you'd be way more worried about them than me, because I'll be making videos tomorrow. Any plans for future sauce without fruit or sweetness? Yes, absolutely. That one, ironically, is already named. Isn't that crazy? Listen, I told you guys I run at my problems, right? So if I looked up and really saw somebody in the house, I wouldn't stop you'd see the scuffle going on through the window. Want to hear a funny story? Oh, I got a great story I've never shared on a video. And you guys just reminded me of it. When my brother Tommy gets here, he'll tell you about this. This is about, oh, goodness. I'm trying to think if my daughter was born yet. Junior was born. My oldest son was born. This is a long time ago, going back like 90. So I was working with my brother. He was working at a company that sold this camera, sat on your TV, and would take pictures of you. But it was like really shoddy. It would buffer, like you see this, and then it was like like 1 minute they're here, next minute all you see is their arm. It was so sketchy. It didn't flow at all. You know, it was really sketchy. So I was working for the same company. I was doing a video. We were trying to sell these products. So I was doing a video. My brother, my oldest son is now 6'4", 22 years old. He took his first steps staying right next to me. And Tommy saw my son take his first steps ever on camera. But it was shoddy. So that night, later after that, I took off and I went out to this local place called the Sunset Grill in Denton, Texas. And I was there, and this dude was there, and I had plenty to drink, but he had plenty to drink too. And he was like one of those loudmouth, plenty to drink guys. And he got in my face. I'm like, I don't even know you. What are you getting in my face for? He was giving me a hard time about the product. He said it didn't even work. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't work? This is a long time ago. He goes, you can't have a video camera for your TV. You just plug it through your TV. It doesn't work. I don't believe you. So I'm like, I'll take you there. So we go to my house, and we're in my living room. I don't know where my wife was, but she wasn't there. She was away with the kids, so I was home alone, which is never a good thing. So I call my brother on the phone. I'm like, I'm gonna turn on the camera on. I got this clown in my house who doesn't think the thing works. So I turn on the camera, and he's in my house, and so Tommy's watching this thing happen. I'm staying in my living room. The guy next to me goes, and it's terrible. It's not working well. It's like really shoddy and skipping, and just guy starts giving me a hard time and tells me the thing sucks, and he shoves me in my own house. Bad idea. So I immediately start hitting the guy. He's taking a swing at me. So my brother is watching this, and he sees this. Every 5 seconds, he's seeing these freeze frame shots of me beating this guy up in my own living room. He'll have to tell a story. He tells it better than I do. It's pretty crazy. I had fun I actually liked Denton. I lived on 747 or 474 Windsor Street. But that was funny though, because I wish he had screenshots of that, because it wasn't, if it was fluid, he would have felt a lot better. I was doing really well. There was no risk. You know what I mean? It was like the guy had an upper hand, but only seeing the freeze frame shots, it was pretty funny. Anyhow, that was classic, actually. Here's a problem. I almost see we ought to do like, we could do. See, I would never do a Patreon account because I couldn't make people pay to watch this. That would be, I'd have a hard time doing that. But you know what I could do? I could do like a PG version, because I got a million stories of me and Tommy that I could tell if it weren't for children listening. If I really, really knew that everybody was 21 years or older, I have stories I could tell you for 30 years. And that way, maybe if we could control. See, the problem is you can't control who's going to Johnny After Hours. Here's the problem, though. It would be fun, but I've gotten, listen, a few times on those live streams. In fact, this very last one, I told a couple stories I probably should not have told. And there was a problem with buffering, and it'll never be seen again. Nobody will ever see it. I'm almost like, because there's a couple stories that I told that I probably shouldn't have. Mark Verhotes. Speaking of running towards problems, I lost my phone while I was trying to chase Hurricane Michael. Wow. My old channel was Pavlos 3. I remember that. I'm livid about missing the eye. Should have gone to Tyndall Air Force. Yeah, I got a friend who's a storm chaser and wanted me to go chase us. Chase the heat, chase the storm while chasing the heat. And I got to be honest with you, I'd probably do it. If they could say, "Hey, I'm in front of your house, get in," I could get in, and we go right there, and we're chasing it. And there's a storm. We could eat a couple of peppers and then film it. And then I go back home and upload it. But I'm not the patient kind of guy who's going to drive around for 3 days and going down dirt roads, parallel to other roads, and looking on a map. If you know me and a map, I have a phobia about being lost, like a straight, legit, honest to God phobia about being lost. I can never do that just because of that. I've watched those shows, got maps out. They're like, I'm sure it's different now. I'm sure everything's on a phone, but still, I don't trust. Here's the problem. Being a guy that got problems with directions, I use Waze. Have you guys ever had the experience where Waze doesn't know what she's doing or he's doing, whatever you want to call it? You know what I mean? It's a woman. My voice of Waze is a woman's voice. It's not a guy's voice. It's a woman's voice. So when she says take a left and there's no left, I'm on a bridge. For a guy that has a phobia about being lost, that's horrific. That is so scary, such a frightening thing. Lamb of God is the jam man. I've been getting that a lot lately, the Lamb of God thing. Yeah. Listen, I like metal, man. That's it. Kind of it. You should go to these ancient places, like when you went to Stonehenge, go to Machu Picchu. I'd like to go to Machu Picchu just because it's such a fun thing to say. Machu Picchu. Where were you this weekend? I went to Machu Picchu. Let's go to the beach this weekend. I can't. I'm going to Machu Picchu. Doesn't that sound cool? I need to do that. Machu Picchu. But that's not like going to the Stonehenge, man. You guys, you know what nobody realizes about Stonehenge? It's about 100 yards off the main road. You're driving, there's Stonehenge. You can see it from the road. There are a lot of people that if the traffic's bad, just go, yeah, we saw Stonehenge and keep driving. If you got a good camera, you got a good close up, you say you were there. It's crazy. Metal and spice are life. Mix a Chilli Cherry Nightmare and the Tube of Terror. It would be a nutty chocolate bar like a Hershey's almonds. That would be brutal. It's my favorite food. Huh. Man, I love the food in the Philippines so much. I'm telling you, probably I really love the Philippine food. Oh my God, it was so good. I had some really amazing, very odd food on this last trip. I had some really weird stuff the first go around, but I had some probably a little bit like beef and chicken intestine. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I wouldn't eat that. Bologna, if your eyes were shut and you just had a piece of it in your mouth, you'd be like, can I have some more of that? Until someone said, oh, what? You want some more intestine? Then you'd be like, no, I don't want any more of that intestine. That's gross. But if you didn't know what it was, you guys, listen, everybody in the house, be honest. Let's see a show of hands. Who likes fried chicken? You guys like fried chicken? Who likes the skin? Crispy fried chicken skin? Put your hand up. Get your hand up, Brad. All right? We got a bunch of hands. If you like the way that tastes, you would firebomb a third world country for some of that chicken intestine. Oh my God, was that good? It was incredible. So good. And the beef intestine. Oh, unbelievable flavor. What else I have? I had some other weird things. I had I didn't have any pig intestines. One of the best things I had was I had snails cooked in taro leaves and coconut milk. Here's the coolest part about that. All these dudes work in the field picking, they're farm workers. There's like 30 of them at peak season when it's peak harvest. There's 30 of them out there working, picking, throwing pods. Well, they see all these little pests, vermin of the insect kind of the bug variety. It's little snails, about that big, all over. Usually they just throw them away. Well, they're sick of them. They see them so often. They're sick of them. They're like a delicacy. You have no idea how good they taste. So they would pick up. They have one thing for peppers, one thing for snails. We had a pot this big, full of snails, cooked in coconut milk and taro leaves. You suck the snail out of it. I can't tell you how good they were. And we ate them in the field. It was so cool at this pepper place. I want to show you guys a cool picture. In this pepper field where we were at. You guys get the Doppler effect there? That's the Doppler effect with geese. So check this out. Can you guys see this picture? How cool is that? It looks like the cover of an album, doesn't it? But we're in a bunch of us. And here's the coolest part about this picture. We were all walking back. And this is Gilbert. Gilbert stopped and goes, hey, a picture. And put his phone up like this. And this just happened like instantly. One person went like that. So the person behind it had to go the other way. So instantly, everybody just kind of went like that. He snapped it, and that was the picture. But throughout this pepper farm, there are these Ramadan trees. They have these fruit that are green when they turn red when they are ripe, and they have these furry prongs all over them. And they're so plentiful, it's ridiculous. But they're in the middle of the field, and they're for the workers to eat. So you'll walk up to the thing, stick your like 30 of them in your thing, and you pull the fuzz off the outside. They're not sharp. They're really soft. You pull the outside. It has this incredible white fruit with a black seed that you spit out, but the fruit is so delicious, kind of melon-like. Oh, so good. I just found out, by the way, listen to this, just found out there is a traditional Filipino restaurant that way about 10 miles, 5 miles. I have had gator. Gator tastes like chicken, but it also tastes like rattlesnake. I had the three at the same time. I was at restaurant in Texas. I had gator, rattlesnake, and chicken. And man, it all kind of tasted the same. Let's see. Gator's pretty decent. I just like trying weird things. Really, like really weird things. See? Great story. Lost forever on that last live stream. So I think the next live stream, they have a hard time. They can't buffer and process something that long. The previous 2 times, I went 8-hour blocks, and they had no problem processing 8-hour blocks. So this next time, I'll probably just do 3-hour blocks and just start and stop it like that every 3 hours. That's probably what I'll do. Seafood boils are awesome. Left Eye Pat, good to see you, dude. Be safe. Tube Moab, I think I'm sorry, I did see the question, forgot to answer. I think the tube of terror, if you do the entire tube, is significantly more hotter and a lot hotter than the Moab, I think. Goose is amazing. Here's the weird thing, man. This is like, they always say that geese fly south for. This is the south that they fly to. This is where they come. So if you go down by the pond here, there's always like 50,000 of them. And they crap everywhere on the grass. And they crap not to be vile, but it looks like it's like guacamole mixed with Duke's mayonnaise. Sorry, just being honest with you. Really kind of greasy and nasty, and they're everywhere. You cannot walk on the grass anywhere in the park lest you walk on the disgusting goose poop. So you got to walk on the sidewalk. And even then, they crap there sometimes. It's a nasty creature. The thing about it is, yeah, Yum is right. It's a delicious creature. Canadian goose. There are people that go to like Saskatchewan, pay tons of money, buy expensive equipment and guns, and go out to get those. And they're in my backyard. And they're not afraid of anybody. Man, when they're in the road walking, they don't walk like this either. If the road goes this way, you're driving this way. They don't walk that way. Like a chicken would cross the road, they walk this way. You'll have like 100 of them in the middle of the road. And you literally have to be bold and kind of, not bump them, but you got to you can't stop, or you got to keep going, and they'll eventually get out of your way. But they're bold. It is a lot of bird to eat. The Nemesis is the Nemesis is hotter than the Chilli Cherry Nightmare. For sure. We're going to wrap this thing up. Oh my God, we went over. Sorry, it's supposed to be an hour. We went an hour and 7. I love you guys a lot. Carolyn Kennard. Oh, we're just ending it. I'm going to message you. Talked about you earlier. Love you. Sorry, guys. We've been gone for an hour. I went 7, almost 8 minutes overtime. Love you guys a lot. Thank you for being here with me. Click that thing. Become part of the family. Click the bell so you don't miss any. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat.